All right, let's talk about this Shannon Sharpe situation. So, number one, at some point we need to implement a law that puts people in jail for trying to extort rich men or women, rich people for sex. See, some of these people set stuff up to try and get money. Some of these people are only doing this because they're looking for money in the long run. And I think it's about time that Congress or the Senate step up and say, if this is what you decided to do, then y'all need to come up with some type of legal prostitution or something like that. But this extortion for sex era at some point needs to end. Now I remember Cameron on his show said, "Unc, you too old." But how come nobody says Bill Belichick's too old when he got him a nice little 20-some-year-old thing in his 60s? How come nobody says the hotel CEO who's smashing Russell Simmons' daughter, how come he ain't never too old? How come it's only when it's athletes or certain type of athletes, they're too old? We had to have accountability, period. Once you reach the age of 18, 19, 20, we need to say this is really accountability. You can't keep on using somebody's too old. If that's the case, don't give them the privileges. If a 20-something-year-old dude is smashing some 58-year-old chick and she's hot, or a 60-year-old chick, he doing it because of some easy yams and the girl is happy, or the lady is happy to be getting some young, you know what I'm saying? So if we're not going to use this for everybody, let's stop using that argument. Most importantly, athletes start to have to, and famous people in general, got to start using their brain and start saying to themselves, if these people, well, you know what? I take this back. Think about this actually. There's plenty of hot 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, even late 20-year-old women who got their own job, who would just smash on some low key stuff anyway and don't want nobody to know, just on some fun shit. They got a good job. They may be a doctor, lawyer, nurse, principal somewhere. They just may be single, and they would let Shannon smash. And I hate when people turn this into a racial thing when they say, "Oh, well, it was a white chick or whatever." Well, you can look at the list of chicks from all ethnicities that have falsely accused dudes and put them in jail. What needs to happen is it needs to be a serious law passed in Congress. Child support, sex by extortion, all this. Every time some female gets mad, she does not get to use sex or a kid to extort a man. Same thing happened with Mel Tucker at Michigan State. They fired him, and it was phone sex. He wasn't even touching her or in the same room with her. It was phone sex, and they tried to fire him. Do y'all understand how stupid this is getting? Everybody thought I was crazy when I said this. They're slowly going to turn this shit into Judge Dredd, where people are having sex over screens. There's more people talking about sexual assault allegations than they're actually having sex and enjoying sex in 2025. I shit you not. That's what's going on right now. People are more worried about what's going on in news, media, TikTok than actually enjoying the things that they have in life. Whatever you got down there ain't going to work forever. But we more worried about this. And I'm tired of people also saying, I don't want to apologize for this or for that. You don't need to apologize to anybody if the person's a liar or they're a scammer. Also want to say this is what I don't get about our justice system before I get out of here. There are men who rape and kill women, and they'll give them a plea deal. They'll give them a plea deal for life in prison. In my opinion, those dudes should be executed. Shouldn't be no plea deal when you actually do that to a woman, kill a woman or whatever. However, you got these situations with these chicks where they lying left and right, and they able to walk free with something that shouldn't be lied about.